making corrections to the test on fractions and algebra. We've already done a few of these questions. I'm going to start from question 8, and I think we've reached question 8G. Just a quick recap before we go there. Remember that 5CD is the same as 5DC. If you remember when we did 2 times 3, well, that was the same as 3 times 2. And you know that there's going to be a times that's going on between the numbers and the letters. So 5 times C times D is the same as 5 times D times C. Now going on to this question, A squared D and DA squared are going to be part of the same family. So for A squared D, we'll use circles, and DA squared, circles again because they're the same family. And we've got now plus 2y and another family of y squared, so we're going to put a square around this one. So 10a squared d minus 3da squared is going to give us 7a squared d. We're going to write this in alphabetical order because a comes before d, and we're left with a plus 2y plus y squared. Now this was a hard question. It just required you to remember that these are going to be the same families. Okay, question 9, expand these brackets. Really easy. Remember there's going to be a times before the bracket. So we do 2 times x, which is equal to 2x, and 2 times 3, which is equal to plus 6. Now, common mistake some students make, they say 2 times x is 2x plus 3, which is completely wrong. So the answer that we're looking for is 2x plus 6. We got rid of the bracket, hence we've expanded it. Same goes for this. 3 times 2x is equal to 6x, and 3 times plus 4 is equal to plus 8. If you want to pause the video and have a go at this one. Okay, so 5 times 3p is equal to 15p, and 5 times minus 2q is minus 10q. Okay, question 10a, expand these brackets, and x times x, well we know that x times x is equal to x squared, and x times minus 2 is minus 2x. And I'm going to go at this, x times 3x is 3x squared, and x times 5 is plus 5x. That's it. Have a go at this question, pause the video. Okay, so 4 times 2x, well, dealing with the numbers first, we got the 4 times 2, which is 8, and then now we've got the x times x, which is x squared, and 4x times 3, again, that's just going to give us plus 12x. Okay, let's move on to the next questions. Right, expand and simplify. Right, what we need to do is pretend there's a barrier there. Okay, remember there's a barrier there, and then we're going to expand this, and then we're going to expand that, and then we're going to simplify. And remember, the sign on the left belongs to this term, so this is a positive 3. So now we just have to do 2x times x, which is equal to 2x, and 2 times y is equal to plus 2y, and plus 3 times x, plus 3x, and plus 3 times y is plus 3y. And now simplifying this, we've got 2x families, we've got the x families, which is 2x plus 3x, and then we've got the y families, which is plus 2y plus 3y. And this simplifies to what? 2x plus 3x is 5x. 2y plus 3y is plus 5y. Okay, this question here, again, we're going to pretend there's a barrier. We're going to deal with this bracket first, and then we're going to deal with that bracket, and then we're going to simplify. Okay, 3 times 2x is equal to 6x. 3 times y, so plus 3y. And then 2 times 5x is equal to plus 10x. And 2 times 3y is equal to plus 6y. And 6x plus 10x is equal to 16x. And we've got the y families now, which is plus 3y plus 6y, which is equal to plus 9y. Okay, question 13a. Again, there's a barrier. This sign belongs to this 3. So 2 times x is equal to 2x. And 2 times y is equal to plus 2y. And 3 times x is equal to plus 3x. And 3 times minus y is now minus 3y. Okay, so now we've got the x families. 2x plus 3x is equal to 5x. And the y families. Ooh, this is new. Okay, so plus 2y minus 3y. Now 2y minus 3y is going to leave you with minus y. Right, this one here again, 2 brackets, we need to expand and simplify. There's a barrier there. Now we're going to deal with this. 5 times 2x is 10x. 5 times y is plus 5y. 2 times 3x is plus 6x. 2 times minus 2y is minus 4y. And now we've got 10x x families. So let's circle them. The sign on the left belongs to this term. And the y families. 10x plus 6x is equal to 16x. 5y minus 4y is just plus y. We've got 5 lots of y's here, and we subtract, we take away 4 y's here, and we're just left with just 1 y. We do not write 1 y because that's the simplest way of writing this, because we need to simplify it. It's just y. Okay. And we've just got these questions left. Now, this was my favorite question here. And it just needed you to remember that there's a barrier there, right over here. And now, unlike the previous questions, where it was a plus 3y, we've got a minus 3. Okay, so 3 times x. Let's expand it. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 2y is plus 6y. Minus 3 times x is minus 3x. And minus 3 times minus y is plus 3y. Remember, minus times a minus would make a plus. Now, we've just got 3x. Here's it, minus 3x. And then plus 6y. Sorry, plus 6y plus 3y. Now 3x minus 3x, that simplifies to 0, so we're not going to write 0. But 6y plus 3y is simplified to 9y. So all of this, all of that is simplified to just 9y. Moving on to 14b. 5 times, let's change the colour, 5 times 2x is equal to 10x, and 5 times minus y is minus 5y. Now, minus 2 times 3x is a minus 6x, and minus 2 times minus 2y, well, the minus and the minus would make plus, and the 2 times 2y is plus 4y. And now we're left with the simplifying part, which is 10x minus 6x, which is equal to 4x, and minus 5y plus 4y. Minus 5 plus 4 is going to give you minus y, or minus 1, minus y. Okay, question 15 is to solve 2x minus 3 is equal to 17. 2x minus 3 is equal to 17. Just going to rewrite it here. Now, to solve this, we need to deal with the number first. So we're going to add 3 on both sides of the equation. This minus 3 plus 3 simplifies to nothing. So on this side of the equal sign, we're just left with 2x. Now, 17 plus 3 is equal to 20. So 2x is equal to 20. Now, there's a times there between the 2 and the x. So we're going to divide it by 2. We need to do the inverse. Divide this side by 2. And that gives you x equals to 10. Just to test our answer, let's substitute x equals 10 into this equation. So you've got 2 times 10, which is equal to 20. Take away 3 is equal to 17. So quick check, and we're done. For this question, I'm going to rewrite it again. So 3x plus 2 equals to 14. And remember, we need to do the inverse, so we need to take away 2 to balance it out. Take away 2 on this side as well. Plus 2 take away 2 simplifies to nothing, and all we're left on this side of the equation is just 3x. That's equals to 12. 40 take away 2 is 12. Now divide it by 3 on both sides, divided by 3. So x is equal to 4. Quick check, substitute x equals 4 into the equation, so 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 equals 14, and we're correct. Right, moving on to question 17. Alright, so the question 17, we've got 2 brackets x plus 3 equals to 8. The first thing we've got to do is expand the brackets. This is one way we can answer this question. So 2x plus 6 equals to 8. And now do the same thing again, subtract 6 on both sides, and you're left with 2x is equal to 8 take away 6 is 2. Divide by 2 now on both sides. And x is equal to 1. Let's test it out. Let's substitute x equals 1 into here. Well, x equals 1 into here. We'll have 1 plus 3. So inside the brackets, 1 plus 3 is 4. And we're left with 2 times 4, which is equal to 8. So we're correct. Again, doing the same thing here, we're going to expand the brackets, so 2 times 3x is equal to 6x, and 2 times minus 4 is minus 8, and that's equal to 22. Now we need to add 8 on both sides. Minus 8 plus 8 simplifies to nothing, so you're left with 6x is equal to 22 plus 8 is 30. Now we need to divide by 6. So you're left with x is equal to 30 divided by 6 is equal to 5. Let's substitute 5 into here. So 3 times 5 is 15. Take away 4 is 11. 2 times 11, remember in this bracket it's 11. 2 times 11 is 22. And we're correct. Right, question 19 is to solve x over 5 is equal to 6. Right. Now remember, when we're solving, we are going to be doing the inverse. Now the maths that's happening in this fraction is x divided by 5. So the inverse of divide by 5 is multiply by 5. So we're going to times by 5 on this side, to balance it out, times by 5 on the other side of the equation. So x divided by 5 times by 5, you're just left with x. And 6 times by 5 is 30. Test it out. 30 divided by 5 is equal to 6, and we're Okay, moving on. Okay. Last three questions, and we're left with 2x over 3 is equal to 4. Again, let's get rid of this denominator. Divide by 3. The inverse of divide by 3 is multiply by 3. So we've got to do it on this side as well. So 2x divided by 3 times by 3, well, all you're left with is just 2x. And that's equal to what? 4 times 3 is equal to 12. Now, you've seen this before. Just divide by 2 on both sides. 2x divided by 2 is just x. And 12 divided by 2 is equal to 6. Test it out. Substitute x equals 6 into here. Okay. So 2 times 6 is 12. 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. Good. Right, again, we've got to deal with this denominator. Divide by 3. The inverse is multiply by 3. Multiply by 3. So you're left with x minus 2 is equal to 3. Now the inverse of taking away 2 is add 2. So we're going to add 2 on this side as well. So you're left with x is equal to 5. Let's test it out. 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 divided by 3 is equal to 1. So x equals 5 is correct. And this last question, again, we've got to divide by 4. Times by 4 on both sides, times by 4. So you're left with 2x plus 1 is equal to 8. Now subtract 1, subtract 1. You're left with 2x is equal to 7. Now we've got to divide by 2, and x is equal to 7 divided by 2 is just 3.5. Okay, we can test it out. 2 times 3.5 is 7, plus 1 is 8. 8 divided by 4 is equal to 2. And we're correct on this one as well.